Welcome to ZoomInData. In this video, we will learn how to build and manage pipelines in Azure Data Factory. Pipelines are logical workflows that group multiple activities to automate data movement and transformation. We will go step by step, explaining each concept in detail. By the end of this video, even beginners will understand how to design, create, and manage pipelines confidently. A pipeline is essentially a logical grouping of activities that together define a workflow. It allows you to orchestrate multiple tasks in a specific sequence. Pipelines make complex workflows manageable, easier to monitor, and reusable for future use. Each pipeline can contain one or more activities depending on the tasks that need to be performed. Why should we use pipelines in Azure Data Factory? Pipelines simplify the orchestration of multiple activities. They allow you to schedule and automate workflows, making repetitive tasks easy to manage. Pipelines also make error handling, monitoring, and debugging easier. Additionally, they provide a high-level overview of the workflow, making it easier to manage complex processes. A pipeline is made up of several components. Activities are the tasks performed within the pipeline. Datasets define the structure of data that activities work with. Linked services provide the connections to the data sources. Parameters allow pipelines to be dynamic and flexible, while triggers determine when a pipeline should run. Activities in pipelines can be categorized into 4 types. Data movement activities copy data from one source to another. Data transformation activities transform data using mapping or external services like Azure Databricks. Control activities manage workflow logic, such as conditions, loops, and delays. External activities allow running scripts, notebooks, or external programs within the pipeline. To create your first pipeline, open Azure Data Factory Studio and navigate to the Author tab. Click on Pipeline and create a new pipeline. Add activities like copy data to define the workflow. Connect the activities in the order you want them to execute. Once complete, save and validate the pipeline to ensure there are no errors before publishing it. Parameters in pipelines allow you to pass dynamic values at runtime. They make your pipelines flexible and reusable. Parameters can be used for file names, database names, or any other value that might change between runs. Define parameters at the pipeline level and reference them inside activities to make the workflow dynamic. Triggers in Azure Data Factory define when your pipeline should execute. The main types are schedule trigger, tumbling window trigger, and event-based trigger. Schedule triggers run pipelines at specific times. Event-based triggers run pipelines when a particular file arrives or an event occurs. Triggers help automate workflows without manual intervention. Control flow activities manage how activities are executed in a pipeline. The if condition activity allows executing activities based on a specific condition. The for each activity lets you loop through a collection of items. Wait delays execution, and until repeats activities until a defined condition is met. These controls make your pipelines flexible and dynamic. Data flow activities in Azure Data Factory allow you to visually transform data without writing code. You can map source fields to target fields, apply transformations such as joins, aggregations, and filters. Data flow activities can also integrate with services like Azure SQL or Databricks for advanced transformations. You can monitor pipeline execution from the Monitor tab in Azure Data Factory Studio. Here, you can see whether pipelines succeeded or failed and how long activities took to execute. You can drill down to view activity level logs and error messages. Monitoring helps improve efficiency and troubleshoot issues effectively. Error handling is critical in Azure Data Factory. You can implement retry policies for failed activities and use try-catch patterns to manage exceptions. Logging errors is important for debugging and analysis. Proper error handling ensures that your workflows are reliable and robust. Some best practices for pipelines include naming activities and pipelines clearly so they're easy to identify. Use parameters to make pipelines reusable. Break complex workflows into smaller, manageable pipelines and document them well to facilitate maintenance and collaboration with your team. Pipeline versioning is important for managing changes over time. By integrating Azure Data Factory with Git, you can track changes, collaborate with other developers, and revert to previous versions if needed. Versioning ensures better control and reduces the risk of errors. Parameterized pipelines allow the same pipeline to work with different data by passing values at runtime. This avoids creating multiple pipelines for similar tasks and makes workflows flexible and dynamic. Parameterization improves both efficiency and maintainability. Debugging is a critical step in pipeline development. Run pipelines in debug mode before publishing to catch errors early. You can execute individual activities to verify their correctness and monitor outputs and logs for insights. Debugging reduces the chance of errors in production workflows. The key takeaways from this video are that pipelines orchestrate multiple activities efficiently. Control flow and data flow activities allow flexible workflows. Parameters and triggers make pipelines dynamic and automated. Monitoring, error handling, and following best practices ensure that pipelines are robust and reliable. After watching this video, try to answer these questions. What is the main purpose of a pipeline in Azure Data Factory? How do parameters make pipelines reusable? What are control flow activities? And can you give examples? How can triggers automate pipeline execution? Answering these will test your understanding. Here's a practical tip. Start with small pipelines before creating complex workflows. Validate each step to catch errors early. Use descriptive names for activities and pipelines, and regularly monitor pipelines to ensure performance and reliability. Thank you for watching this video on Azure Data Factory pipelines. If you want to continue learning about data engineering and Azure, subscribe to ZoomInData. Don't forget to like, share, and click the bell icon to get notifications for our latest videos. Your support helps us create more detailed and beginner-friendly tutorials.